And we're back with Today Food this morning. Chef Ryan Hardy showing us how to make some home pizzas with recipes that are staples at his menu at the New York restaurant Pasquale Jones. This summer, he took the pizza out from the city to the beach with the reopening of the iconic Silver Sands Motel in Greenport, which we were just talking about. Chef Ryan, great to have you here. That looks awesome. That looks summer to me.
Come on.
The
Pizza,
new place.
Oysters in the sand on the beach. It's the way to go.
We were saying like family restaurants where you can bring your kids, where the food's actually good. Maybe there's a bar. And they can run around.
There's a big bar. There's a great wine list.
Sounds like
a lot of good
the
stuff.
new spot does just that.
Yeah.
So we're talking pizzas. I don't think pizzas have ever been more popular than they are now. They're selling the home ovens. But we were saying when we were growing up, a home pizza was an English muffin and some ragu and some cheese.
Totally.
How can people, they're intimidated to do what you're about to do at home. Why should they not be?
Well, first of all, I think the technology has gotten to the point where you can buy ovens for a relatively low price, and they really turn out great pizzas. Friends of mine invite me over. They say, can you come over and let's make some dough together? They want to learn this stuff. It's really not as mystifying as it sounds. Right. You can make dough in as little as 5 minutes. Put the kids to bed, make it, throw it in the refrigerator, leave it for a couple of days, ball it up while you have coffee, and it's ready for that night.
Right.
It's really that
What
easy.
dough are you going to make for us today?
So we're going to make classic Neapolitan pizza dough, and we've simplified things a little bit here in that it's just a couple of ingredients, and we're going to bulk ferment it.
All right.
This is double O flour, and double O is a flour that is
it's a secret agent.
Very, exactly.
Flour, right?
It's very fine. Double O,
exactly.
And then we've put in a little bit of salt, and we've got yeast. This is dry active yeast that we put in here. You can use fresh yeast. There are conversions online if you like to do that.
Right.
I like to use dry active yeast because it's much more consistent for the process.
We make pizzas on Sundays. I just want to say for people watching, if you want to skip the dough making process, you can. And you can go to your local pizzeria. For like $1, you can get a nice little dough. They'll give it to you. They sell doughs now everywhere. So this is not a make or break on doing the home pizza.
Correct. It's not. And it's not just in New York City where you can do that. I encourage people to go to your grocery store, go to the local pizzeria in your town and do that. We're going to mix the flour with the water and the salt. The salt's important. Once we get everything mixed together, we're going to add the salt after because salt kills yeast. So we want to make sure that things get a chance to get going.
Okay.
We're going to mix that for 4 or 5 minutes. Don't worry, it comes together. It's going to be a little bit of a mess. Then once it comes together, we're just going to put that salt in there.
Okay.
And we're going to mix that for about 5 minutes.
And then we've let it sit.
Yeah, so now we're going to take that. You can put a piece of plastic wrap over it, put it in your refrigerator, let it sit overnight. The next day, we're going to ball this pizza dough up and then leave it in your fridge again, or you can put it in the freezer. That's even better.
Oh.
And then pull it out.
This is a double proofing you're doing.
You can do either one that you like, okay?
All right,
and then you've got the dough here.
Do you make pizzas, Al?
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. I love it.
Make the dough and everything?
Oh, well, I buy the dough.
And the pizza dough you'll see is nice and soft. You can touch that.
Yeah,
first.
that's
Go in,
beautiful.
get in there. It's like your earlobe there. It
I'm
feels
amazed how
like
you can
fresh
make it
pasta
so
dough.
thin, but it doesn't break apart.
Right, and we'll talk about that. The sauce that we have here for classic style pizza, we don't cook it. A lot of people want to put that on the stove and cook it. We want raw tomato here. These are San Marzanos, but you can just use a great canned tomato. You can also use fresh tomato, but they're a little less water in those. We just mash those up with your hand or with a little masher here, and we put in salt.
Our friend Chris Bianco makes great.
Oh, he's the best. And he has in the cans, they're super. And then we're going to put that on the pizza. So we're going to make a couple different pizzas here today. One pepperoni pizza, classic American. We call it a Diavola because it's a little bit spicy. Now, what you need here is just 2 spoonfuls of sauce, less sauce than you think.
Is that the mistake everybody makes?
I think so. I think that pizza is really bread with toppings. We need to remember that. It's all about the dough. And you're just a few of your favorite toppings. You can see just 2 spoonfuls of that.
Where does the spice come from in that sauce?
In this particular one, there's no spice in the sauce. I put a little bit of chilies on there, and we use spicy salami. Yeah. So I've got provolone, a little bit of torn fresh mozzarella.
All right, we got about a minute, Chef.
Yeah, we got it here. Don't worry. Some fresh mint. That's more time than I get in the restaurant. And then I've got some spicy salami. We're just going to put that on and move on.
Okay.
All right, so that's the classic.
Okay, that goes in the oven.
Cook off
that's the classic. And then we've got the signature that we do in the restaurant and by the beach. This is clams that we've cooked. Now, before, this sounds a little strange. Clams on pizza is a very East Coast thing. I did not know this until I moved here, and I'm obsessed with it. This is cream that we have whipped with the juice from the clams.
Okay.
Put it on the pizza.
Doesn't be like a way to do that out? Do you whip the cream with the clam juice?
I've never done that.
Okay.
Okay.
I got about 30 seconds here,
and
Chef.
we set that off. We've got the
How's the clam pizza, guys?
Good.
Great.
Something you would order?
Put a little
Something
chopped
different.
clams
Really
down
different.
here.
Clams on the
I
beach.
wouldn't have
Go to
thought
the
about
beach.
This is by the ocean at the Silver Sands. You're going to have some clam
Clams by
pizza.
the ocean.
Well, Chef
Little
Ryan
hot
Hardy,
chili.
we want to say thank you to that. No, keep making, keep going.
Yeah.
Today.com/food. That's where you can get these recipes. Don't be afraid. Make the pizza at home. It's
Fun.
fun to do with the kids and the family. If you're in New York, hit up these restaurants. Pascal Jones is great. The new one out there in Freeport.
Come see us by the beach.